My name is Anne Marie Waterhouse, and I live in Sun Prairie. And I've been doing shamanic healing work for about 16, 17 years. And I've been a Reiki master for 10, 12 years. Something. So my healing work is mostly about shamanic teaching and healing, and teaching Reiki and doing Reiki.
Right. And where do you practice?
Out of my home.
So, in all of your years of working, what is the most important thing that you've learned about practicing for others?
Well, what's coming up to me right now as I think about that question is safety. Safety for myself and safety for the client. And if the client doesn't feel totally comfortable, then healing can't happen. And if I don't feel totally comfortable about working with the person, definitely healing will not happen because I will not work with the person. So I've had to eliminate people from my teaching who have been on recreational drugs. Some people who are on prescribed drugs, I can work with shamanically and they can learn the shamanic path. But even that can be a little dicey. But recreational drugs, I've had to kind of, call it when I see it. And it interferes with the ability of the brain to sort what's going on, and it just wasn't productive, really, for this person to stay in the class. I taught a year-long shamanic class with about eight women, and we met monthly. And after the third month, I knew this one woman wouldn't be able to continue. Well, safety again, I guess, was the issue, because it wasn't safe for her to be practicing, or for her to be intermingling with the other people in the group. So, I guess I'd come back to safety.
What would you say is the most important thing that you've learned about starting your own practice?
I think being clear about what it is I'm actually doing is the most important thing about beginning. Because I would say, well, I'll do this kind of healing, but I won't do that kind of healing. Well, but then that changed, and so it was this kind of crapshoot for a while about this but not this, and am I working with this person or not, and maybe it just took a while to sift things out, but I think once I got clear that I'm a shamanic teacher and healer and Reiki master, that was pretty straightforward then. The marketing thing, I don't know, we didn't get into marketing specifically?
Some, but not a whole lot, but if you'd like to say something to that.
That's a big part of getting started, is being clear about what you're doing, but then also telling people. And I have this theory about marketing, that you market to people who are doing similar kinds of work to what you're doing. So that if someone off the street wants to find you, they will call someone they already trust and are working with. So like for me, chiropractors and massage people are really good sources of referral, because they don't do the shamanic healing work, but they can understand how it could be helpful. So they can sort of screen people, oh, well, this person needs a soul retrieval or whatever, and then can refer. So I have, and then the website, helps a lot too, because I have gotten what I'll call cold clients, for people just Googling shaman, healer, Sun Prairie, and, they can find me. Believe it or not. At least right now. So it's letting people know and being clear about that and, you know, letting people support your work.
So what would you say has been your favorite part about having your own practice?
I think being able to see the changes in people over time, working with a client through different aspects, like the year-long class, and then they become, you know, shamanic practitioners themselves, and then their lives start changing. They make different choices for themselves. They get out of bum relationships, or get into good relationships, or quit bum jobs, or get into good jobs. I mean, it's really kind of neat to see people's lives taking turns, you know, for the better. And I say my purpose is to create a better world, you know, that we all can make better choices. And having, you know, 8 more people or 20 or however many have affected, I think that adds to making a better world.
So the flip side to that then is, what would you say has been the hardest part of having your own practice?
Well, I don't make a lot of money, frankly. I think at the most, you know, I was ever bringing in, I don't know, probably $500-600 a month. Maybe more, maybe a little bit more, but it isn't like I could have totally supported myself. I mean, if I hadn't had, frankly, a husband who had a retirement income to help support us, I couldn't have done it on my Reiki and shamanic healing work. And that was not a big problem for me because I did have backup financially, but you know, someone starting out, that would be a concern. And I think definitely limited by working out of my home, because I never really advertised, you know, that much other than the website. And then carefully screening everybody I worked with before I worked with them. But I think the money could be a concern.
So what calls you to provide your service for other people?
That's who I am. It's my purpose, Tina. I kind of get a little choked up thinking about it, but my purpose is to help people discover parts of themselves that have become lost or buried, and help them bring that out into the world, and help them to integrate those lost parts into who they are. And this is the best way I found to be able to do that. I mean, talk therapy, you know, some people do that, and you know, that may work for them. I find it laborious and likely not that helpful. Somewhat stultifying. And in the shamanic healing, I can cut right through to exactly the core issue, and we can work from there. And that's where I see real change coming. And that's my whole point, is change, and for the better. I don't see any point in doing healing work that doesn't move in that direction, doesn't move people in that direction, and myself as well, because everybody I work with is a healer for me.
The one last question I have is, what is your biggest hope for your professional or your personal practice? Looking forward.
Well, for right now, where I am, considering myself quote-unquote retired, not collecting Social Security yet, but close. I could be, but I'm not. I could be. Anyway, my hope right now is that I can continue to offer insights, connections, resources, information to my friends and family, to people that I meet, people that I run into, and it'll help make a connection for them, for their healing path. And I just look for every opportunity, to be totally present with someone. That is, I think, the key to healing, is to be totally present without judgment, without some agenda, going on. Well, like people in our circle, I see them making changes. I really stay out of this, well, but they could be doing blah, 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 or moving in this direction. I just don't go there. Because the gift is a sacred space, being accepted totally for who you are, where you are at. And it's out of that the miracles come. So I will just continue to look for any opportunity that I can to do that. And to stay involved in the 2 drum circles that I'm involved with, going forward. Whatever Reiki, I'm Reiki for myself, of course, but whatever Reiki I can offer. Distant, I do a lot of distant healing. That has really ramped up lately, wow. And with incredible result. It's been not my doing, but I think it helps to ask. That's the key with Reiki, is the asking, opening the channels, bringing in the energy. So I'm happy to be of service.
Well, thank you very much for talking and sharing some of your thoughts with us.
It was my pleasure. I didn't know I was going to get so tearful. But it happens.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Thank
I'm just
you.
in that time of my life, I guess.
Right. Right.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciated your invitation and the questions. Very nicely done.